This is Jonathan from Workato. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through the Workato platform. Workato is a unified collaborative platform for integration and automation, which enables you to automate any process quickly and easily on top of an enterprise-grade foundation of security and governance. So, what you see on the screen here is Workato. Workato is built natively for the cloud and offered entirely as a service. This means that our customers don't have to worry about infrastructure, managing software, desktop clients, or anything like that. Workato users simply log in using their preferred browser and are ready to focus on the value-add activity of building automations. Automation building in Workato is accomplished through a simplified and streamlined process, which begins with connecting to your business systems. Workato offers pre-built connectors to well over 1,000, we may be over 1,300 or 1,400 at this point, applications and counting, which covers most applications, databases, etc. commonly used in business. In cases where Workato does not yet have pre-built connectors, we also have several generic options for connecting, such as HTTP for anything that exposes a REST API. We have SFTP support for file transfer type use cases, JDBC option for anything that exposes a JDBC interface. So in general, Workato is able to connect to any of your systems. Additionally, Workato offers a connector SDK, allowing you to build your own connectors if desired. Connections only need to be established once, at which point they will be kept alive by Workato and can be shared across multiple automations, so your builders can spend less time dealing with connectivity and more time automating. With connectivity established, Workato users are ready to build automations by configuring recipes. The term recipe is Workato lingo for one workflow or automated process. A recipe example is what you see on the screen here. Recipes are built using Workato's best-in-class drag-and-drop no-code, low-code editor. The recipe editor is designed to be a highly intuitive interface to maximize the efficiency of your automation builders and lower the barrier to entry, so even users with less technical expertise can still find it accessible. This enables Workato customers to build faster and with more people contributing, ultimately leading to broader application of automation. As you can see here, each recipe consists of a series of numbered steps. Step 1 is called the trigger, and everything after the trigger in a recipe is an action. A recipe can have as many steps and involve as many endpoint systems as needed for the use case. There are a number of different types of trigger that can be used. Often triggers are tied to things happening in one of our business systems, such as here, where the trigger watches for a new or updated opportunity record in Salesforce. But triggers can also be driven by a scheduler, webhooks or API endpoints, chatbot commands, and recipes can even be called from other recipes as functions. Users just need to understand what the right business event should be for kicking off their automation, and Workato makes it simple to configure as a trigger. Actions, like triggers, come in a few different flavors to achieve flexible, powerful automations. Commonly, actions are used to drive operations in our business systems. For example, searching for customers in NetSuite like we see on step 3 here, and generally can drive any operation supported by a connected systems API. Actions can also be used to perform operations like parsing files, creating variables, and even executing custom code. Actions can also be used to craft more sophisticated flows involving looping or branching behaviors using if-else, and repeat action blocks. We can see an example of an if conditional here on step 4 and a looping behavior through a repeat action here on step 9. Error handling features are another important part of Workato recipes. Error handling blocks, which we see starting on step 2 to monitor the following actions, and down here on step 21 for how to handle failures. These can be used to granularly monitor steps for failures and configure retries or other automated actions when things go wrong, such as notifying users via email, IM, SMS, maybe creating service tickets, logging to monitoring systems, or even rolling back changes made during the recipe. With Workato error handling blocks, you have all the same tools to automate around failures as you do to automate around successes. Configuring any steps in a recipe is a simple process driven through the wizard that pops up if we click on any of these steps. This wizard makes it easy to select our application, the operation that we want to happen in that application, which connection to use, and finally, any final configuration to drive behavior of that step. Workato also makes it easy to map data in and out between steps simply by using these little data pillboxes. These can be found here on the data tree, which is essentially a list of output fields coming from every step, and they can easily be mapped into the inputs of subsequent steps. For more advanced use cases where we need to modify data on the fly, we can toggle into formula mode. Workato recipes even have capabilities for batch and bulk data transfers, making the Workato platform suitable for use in ETL or ELT type use cases. Once configured, recipes are deployed with a single click of the Start Recipe button. Once active, a recipe will wait and execute in response to trigger events. Workato provides powerful recipe monitoring capabilities via the job log, as you see here. Each time a recipe executes, it will create a new job record in the log. Jobs with errors or failures are clearly identifiable. Any of these jobs can be clicked on to show the actual flow that the data took through this recipe at the time that it executed. And for any of these steps, we can click in and see the actual data that flowed in and out of the step at the time of execution. In addition, for any steps which may have errored, those will be clearly indicated in the error message displayed. In addition to granular monitoring of specific recipes, Workato provides dashboards for a macro level view of what's running, what's healthy, and where failures are happening, making it possible to scale an automation practice without it becoming unmanageable. Workato also offers an activity audit log, providing detailed visibility over user activities in the platform for governance purposes. Governance doesn't stop at activity monitoring. Workato also provides governance capabilities to control what users are allowed to do in the form of role-based access controls. Access controls in Workato can be customized to very granular permissions and can even be applied to specific projects. This degree of governance is critical for scaling an automation practice, as it enables more users to collaborate without the risk of stepping on each other's toes or of sensitive resources falling into the wrong hands. As a closing thought, I'd like to highlight that every aspect of the Workato platform is built with security as a first-class consideration. If you want to learn more about how Workato keeps your data secure, for example, our practices around encryption of data in motion and at rest, visit workato.com/legal/security for an overview. We're also able to share our SOC 2 report on request. This concludes our brief overview of the Workato platform. Hopefully you now have some sense for how the Workato platform enables you to implement a scalable automation practice by connecting to all of your applications, getting more people building and building more efficiently on an enterprise-grade foundation of security and governance. There's plenty we didn't cover in this short walkthrough, so if you're interested in learning more, visit workato.com or reach out to your Workato representative for more information. Thank you.